Hi, welcome to my Newtopia. It's Mara. Today is February 6th, 2017. I had VSG surgery on August 15th, 2016 in Greensboro, North Carolina by Dr. David Newman of Central Carolina Surgery. My high weight is recorded at 300 pounds. My surgery date weight was 250 pounds. My weight today is 193 pounds. So a 1 pound gain from last week. And my goal weight range is between 140 and 180. So this week I am happy to report that my hair has officially stopped falling out. You know, they tell you that it's going to be between 3 months and 6 months. You know, when it'll start and when it'll end, who knows, right? But that's stopped for me finally, which is good because, you know, there's really not that much up there. You know, whatever. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. It's just hair, and I still have some. It's pretty thin, but part of it, it's looking extra thin right now because I'm going to let it grow out to see what it looks like, see what the color is these days. And so far, you can tell, it's all white. You know, I had my 46th birthday last Monday, so a week ago, but I had started going gray when I was 19 years old, so I'm pretty used to it. That's part of the reason that I color my hair, is because the color stays really well in my hair. I can't remember when I colored it this green. I had a different green on top of it, but that green went away, and this green was underneath it, and so it was still there. This is the green that matches my new car. So I'm just shy of my 6 months. I've been thinking about this, that you know, I feel like I've had it pretty easy so far. You know, I know that a lot of people that I watch their videos about, or I see online, that they seem to have had a harder time than I have, and I just don't really feel like I have. I have, you know, I had that pain in my side that went away, and otherwise, you know, I've been able to eat anything I want and drink anything I want. I don't have to worry about any of that sort of thing. I don't have to take a lot of extra medicine. I did take Prilosec for a little while, and I will continue to take it if I wake up in the morning and I feel like I'm going to have heartburn, or if the night before I feel like I'm going to have heartburn, then I'm going to take it then. But otherwise, I think, you know, I've continued to lose weight. I've lost, since the beginning of this, I went to go see my doctor almost a year ago, my surgeon, for the surgery, for the VSG surgery, and I weighed 280 pounds then, and I lost 30 pounds before surgery, and I've continued to lose weight, and I really haven't done anything different. There's different ways that you can go about losing weight. I mean, that's the truth of it. I mean, there's the prescribed diet that the dietitians and the doctors will tell you to go on. And then there's some variety. You know, I do keto. I don't do the diet. There's lots of people that take the protein shakes every day, and I don't do that. I get all my protein from food. I haven't started exercising, and I know that when I exercise, the only thing it's really going to do is change the mass, the way it is. It'll make things a little tighter. It will make muscles grow. I will actually gain some weight from that because, you know, mass versus volume. Yeah, I consider myself lucky. I don't think that I've had a hard time of it. I don't want anyone to have a hard time, obviously, but I have no idea what I did versus anyone else, versus people who have had a hard time of it. You know, I think a lot of it has to do with being on the keto diet, being no sugar, and being low to no carb. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't drink caffeine. All these things might make it more difficult. I've come to realize that my food addiction is different than probably some other people's food addiction. I don't feel like I am addicted to food. As I talked about last week, when I had to put my 13-year-old cat to sleep, my reaction to that was to not eat or not drink, and it continued to be that. And then I went back to normal eating, which is probably why I gained a pound, because I had not eaten or drank anything for a little while before I weighed myself last week. Yeah, I don't know what the formula is. I want everyone's surgery to go perfectly. I want everyone's sleeve surgery to not have to turn into a revision, into bypass. And I know I'm still early in this, and maybe I'll have a hard time maintaining it. I really don't know. This is all a journey. I haven't reached a destination yet. I haven't reached the top of my goal weight. I haven't reached where I think my body's going to end up. I don't know what makes some people have a perfectly good surgery and outcome versus other people who struggle constantly and feel like they're failed. I go back to see the nutritionist, or I probably go back to see the nutritionist in, say, maybe 2 more months. I don't know if I will actually see the nutritionist. I might just go see my surgeon and then go over and get weighed at my nutritionist, because their scale's obviously different than my scale at home, or the scale at my surgeon's office, or my regular doctor's. And anyway, I don't really have a lot to talk about this week. I'm still, I'm feeling. You ever have those days or whatever, weeks, where you just want to get in a car and drive away, or get in a plane and go to someplace new and go away from your life? Not that I have a bad life, just that things are just sort of up in the air for me right now, and my family, job situation, having just lost our pet, our oldest pet, and the way I say pet, it sounds so dismissive, but she's my baby. I don't have human children. I chose not to have children, to give birth or to adopt or whatever. I chose, and I continue to choose to have little furry babies. And they are as important to me as anything else in my life. So I'm not dismissive of the fact when I say pet. It's just a reality that they are a pet. They are it's the same way that, and not to insult anyone that has kids, but it's the same way that I think that a lot of people have kids think about the children. It's I've brought this being into my life, and I need to care for this being. I need to nurture this being. This little dependent creature wants to be with me, and I want to be with it, and I have to think about its needs sometimes before mine. Like when we put Isha to sleep, I didn't want to put her to sleep, but it was the best thing for her. That was the medical treatment that was there for her. And before that, we had to treat her medically at home. And there were times where I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to stick a needle in her. I didn't want to be home, because I had to feed her. But I had to. I had to come home. I had to do it. I had to stick a needle in her. So, everyone has something in their life that they generally put before themselves. And for me, those are my babies, my pets. Anyway, that's just totally off track and everything. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I don't, it's been a weird week for me. Birthdays and parties and things. Things I want to mention this week. I made a party. I made a dessert for a party that I went to in my husband's work. They celebrate Groundhog's Day there. And they watched the Bill Murray movie. And so I made a low-carb coconut cheesecake with macadamia crust. thinking, well, only my husband and I will eat it, and maybe one other person, because she and her boyfriend / husband have gone low carb. And but I figured the rest of it would just come home. And it was the only thing at the entire party. Desserts, main meals, breads, everything, drinks. It was the only thing that was eaten. Everyone had a piece, and everyone raved about how good it was, even though it didn't have sugar in it. It was just crazy. So if you ever think about making something, that's a really good one. I'm going to put the link in. And the other thing that I made this week for us just eat at home that's been really good is I made this bacon wrapped meatloaf. You know, the only things that I've, after surgery, that I've ever really craved are bacon, hamburger, and cheese. And these had all three of them in it. So it was perfect. And it's low carb, it's keto, it's the whole deal. I'm going to put that in the link too. So try those if you want to, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.